Yeah, we're off. We're in Image. Right then. 3 weeks ago. It's in the last podcast. You did say something to me after that podcast. So basically, we'll start the conversation off with that. And you go, we should talk about money. Right? But before I let you talk about it, you explaining to the audience, not me, you're explaining to the audience about your view on money. To put people in perspective about it is this. Yes, it seems to be the main conversation, and then we just had this issue with a vote on taking the winter payments off of old age pensioners, unless you're on means tested benefits. Right? So, there's not been in 7 weeks. The attacking the pensioners. And then we had a conversation before that about the black hole they created. So I'm not going to go on and on. I'm just going to ask you to explain to the audience how you look at the black hole. Mm-hmm. I want you to explain to the audience about money, black holes, in your mind, how you think it operates.
Well, the black hole, well, like I said in the other video, it doesn't exist. I mean, how can it possibly exist? I mean, you saw it with quantitative easing with the Bank of England. It prints its own money. So any country, any sovereign state that has control of its own currency, like the US or England, for instance, and it prints its own currency, how can it ever run out of money? It can create inflation, obviously, because it's pumping that much money into the economy. Prices will go up, but it can never run out of money. That's the point. So when they're on about this black hole, it's not that they run out of money. It's what they're saying is it's a deficit payment that creates inflation. That's what they actually mean by a black hole. But people perceive it as though they run out of money. How can they possibly run out of money? They just print it. Will you tell me?
You're asking me?
Well,
you tell the audience. I already know.
Anybody that sees
you just keep printing it.
Listen, anybody that sees this video,
inflation is just to get it back.
Anyway, honestly,
you printed too much.
Anywhere, anybody that sees this video, anywhere in the world, if they think it's any different, contact me. Honestly, just contact me and do a video with me. I will prove to you that no such thing as a black hole exists. Not when you can actually print your own currency. How can you not? How can you ever run out of money?
What are you asking me for? I know we can't run out of money.
That's it then. That's it.
It's all made up bunkum.
There you go then.
Yeah.
There you go.
Credit system.
What the banking system mean?
Yeah. Go on, let's talk about credit system. Creating money out of fresh air. You go for a mortgage and what?
Yeah, well, it's just the accounting.
Type a few figures in there. You pay interest on it.
It's just accounting. It's just a...
not tangible then, no.
Yeah, it's just a form of accounting, good, clever accounting, that's all. Right. So, yeah.
So, you said to me after the last podcast, you want to talk about money.
Yeah, because...
you just mentioned a few things. Well, just get into it.
Well, I'm just saying, when we're saying that general conversations, what people mainly talk about, it's obviously politics, religion and money, which is the three things. I mean, people talk about the money all the time because it's obviously a big concern for people with cost of living, etc. So you will find it's one of the biggest conversations. I can guarantee you 100%. You can walk in any conversation and within several minutes, money's mentioned.
Yeah, you said this for several years.
I mean...
That is fact. He has said this for several years.
Yeah, it's such a big thing. Money is such a big thing with people. You know what I mean? It's just a big thing. I'm saying it's one of the biggest conversation things people talk about is money. It is.
Well, I'm going to go, you know, me, when I'm out with people, I don't want you to talk about all that shit. Yeah, prices, yeah.
Yeah.
Other than that, no. I'm not
Oh
really
well,
bothered.
listen. People will moan about the price of things, but really, it
Well,
comes down. And
I do, don't I?
well, the bottom line is, it's about the money.
Yeah. Yeah,
There you go then.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
So this thing you want to get off is just about money. Have a conversation about money. You've not got really into it yet. What you want off is just. So
No, the point of
not just to me, to the old world, the old audience we putting the podcast up for.
Yeah.
Right. Explain. Give them a bit of background why you think this way, and I'll shut up.
Well, I'm just making a general point that one of the biggest conversations besides religion and politics is actually money. You know what I mean? And people just generally talk about the money. So it's as easy as that, really. That's the point I'm actually making.
Yeah.
I mean, I've already summarised the point. It's a printing process. It just gets pumped in, pulled out. You know, they pump it in when they want it, and they pull it out through taxes and otherwise. That's it.
Well, explain to the layperson
Yeah.
then how this operates. You know, I mean, people like me and other people like me will understand perfectly what you're saying.
Yes.
But the layperson out there will just think, oh, this crazy twat in the flat cap. What's he on about? So explain to them what money is.
Well, it's just, end of the day, it's like, one could view it as a form of IOU. I mean, you know, an history of money, they try to give it value. For instance, you know, lots of people may very well talk about it in these terms, is that they talk about it in gold terms, obviously coinage and this, that and the other. I'll give you an example. It's like the Labour theory value of money, for instance. Let's just assume it takes you 3 hours to mine an ounce of gold. So you got that ounce of gold, you sort of reshape it, mint it, pour an head on it, and it becomes a form of coinage. And let's just say, for instance, that it may take 30 hours for a brand new car. So what you're saying is, it takes 30 hours for a brand new car, 3 hours for an ounce of gold. Therefore, the value of the car equals 10 ounces of gold. And because you've done it in coinage form, that's it. You know, it sort of just runs from there. But it's all bullshit, really, because now you're basically in a sort of a society where they've got that particular gold standard doesn't actually need to exist. They just print the stuff and pump it in, and because they know that by pumping it in they gain inflation, they've got certain things to take it back out. So inflation don't run away through taxes, fines, fees, or whatever. Anything to take that back out. So it's just a pumping in, pulling out process. That's it. There's nothing hard about it.
No, you're looking at me when you say it, but the audience. I'm trying to get you to speak to the audience. I understand it perfectly. I know what this made up credit system is.
Yeah.
And that's all it is.
It is, yeah.
Credit system.
Yeah.
With fucking interest.
Yeah.
Right. You make it up.
Yeah.
I want you to explain to people. Let me say this, and then you expand on your way, your interpretation, if you don't mind.
Yes.
Can I just say this?
Yeah, of course.
Right, from a lay, your old man. Your old man is as wild as they come. Nobody wants a father like your father. Wow, he's done everything. But that's the way I am.
Yes.
Well, I do realise this. Money. Think about it. Alright, you know this, so I'm not explaining to you, I'm explaining to the audience out there. It's made up bullshittery. Fiat money is made up bullshittery. Alright? Why does young government borrow money when it can print it itself? And did many moons ago. Well, now he has to borrow it and you have to pay interest on it. It's made up credit bullshittery. It comes from nowhere, only numbers on computers, right? And you're expected to pay interest on it.
That's correct, yeah.
Right? So out this nonsense theory,
Yeah.
if you don't commit to that and you can't match it, right, because to sign up for this bullshittery money, you've got to put all your assets up.
Well, we've just covered that point, haven't we? We've just covered the point because I'll let me put some numbers on it so it's really easy.
Well, let's tell people.
Well, that's what I'm gonna do now. So basically, let's just say there's £10 in this economy, right? Anyway, what happens is you put another £5 in, so it becomes £15. Now, because £15 in relation to how many goods there are in the economy, that could create a price increase. So you need to take that £5 out. So what do? You create taxes, you create fines. Theoretically, you sell the bonds on the market to take the money back out. So that's all it is. Taxes and fines and fees or whatever are not there to spend on public sector services. The money's already there. They'll just pump it in, but they can't keep pumping it in. They have to take it out, and this is where the fines and fees and the bond sales and everything else come into it, because they're just theoretically taking it back out the economy. So it's like if you've got £10, you put another £10 in, that's £20. They have to take it back out so it doesn't run away. So they raise taxes, they create ULEZ fines or whatever, any means to get this money back out the economy, so that prices don't run away. That's all it's for. These taxes and that are not what you think it's actually for. It's not for paying these public sector services. They've already got the money. It's to take the inflation out the economy, and that's all it's designed for. That is it. It's easy.
You got it. Good
It's
explanation, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's not like I was, such a poison, you know what I mean? Common man. He explains it well, doesn't he?
That's it.
But it's the same thing, isn't it?
It's the same.
Are you listening?
Yeah, it's the same thing. Do you know what I mean? So it's like we said in one of the early videos as well. When they want to reorganise the spending, they cut the spending in one department and shove it to another department in the hope that they can create more goods and services on a pound for pound basis. That's what it's designed to do, to try and get the inflation down. It's easy. That's how it's done. It's not complicated. It's not a complicated thing. Like you see on TV and there's this tax, we've got to do this tax. It's all bullshit. Just think one tax. Money in, tax out. Easy. Don't matter how you dress the tax, it's just in and out. You don't have to do corporation tax, income tax.
None of it.
None of it. It's just think one tax.
Yeah.
If they're putting the money in, they've got to take it out, otherwise prices run away. You keep pumping money in, you get hyperinflation.
Yeah.
You have to take the money back out.
You've got to get it out of circulation.
Yes. So don't think, inheritance tax, corporation tax, or tax on fuel duty tax, it's just bullshit. It's just tax. It's tax to take it out.
In, out.
In, out.
In, out. Shake it
All about. Easy. Right, next one. Next question. And if anybody in the world disagrees with what I'm saying, get in contact with me and do a video. Honestly, I don't care how you consider yourself, a top economist or whatever, get in contact with me. Honestly, I kid you not. They're full of shit.
It's great here, yeah. Really. Carry on, because you asked me specifically to talk about
Well, it's just
money.
a fake. Listen,
and you're into it,
I've just picked on what generally people talk about.
Yeah.
Talk about money because they've got concerns. And I'm very sympathetic to people because people work hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So in order to get that money, they have to give their life up in order to get the money.
Time.
And time in order to
Which is life.
yeah, to get the things I need to consume.
Right.
Or, as I say, to prevent a miserable death, like
Yeah.
food, water, clothing.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a different story. But yeah, it's yeah, fine, whatever.
Right. So what? Let's go back to real basics, right? And
Yeah.
talk about it. So wait, this fiat shit coming. It's pretending money.
Right, let me say this.
We all accept and we
My understanding.
graft for it.
Well, my understanding's this.
Ah.
It's the US that was sort of driving it. My understanding's this with the US. Obviously, after Second World War, right, become what you call the world's reserve currency, and it backed, right, the US dollar with gold. But the problem is, when the Vietnam War came about in Southeast Asia,
Yeah.
it had to overprint the money.
Yeah.
And because Southeast Asia, it was a colony, mainly French. It's got a lot of French colonial past there.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, they were spending in the local Vietnamese and whatever. Obviously, they were getting the changing the monies and spending it there. So obviously, a lot of these French banks and whatever, they've obviously got all these dollars. So they were going back to the US at that time, surrendering the dollars and obviously getting gold in return. Well, eventually, the French and that realised that the Americans must be running out of money, out of gold. Do you know what I mean? And hence, obviously, President Nixon obviously put a stop to it. And so you become what you call fiat
He
currency.
took it off the gold reserve.
Yeah, took it off the gold reserve because they knew.
And now it's got no backing. Only
It's
the
just-
fucking paper is printed.
That's correct. Yes.
Yeah.
It's basically.
That's where we're at, what it
Yeah.
is.
Yes.
You know.
That's my understanding of it.
Yeah.
I'm not an historian, but that's my understanding. It's sort of.
I don't understand
It
this.
sort of all keys in because obviously it was the French that raised the point initially
Yeah.
about the
correct.
about the thing. So obviously that through the Vietnamese, Southeast Asia and whatever, a lot of ex-French colonies there. So and obviously with the banking system and everything else. So anyway, that's my understanding of it. That's why they come off the what you would call the gold standard.
Yeah,
at
the
the
gold
time.
standard.
Yes.
Oh. And then we had that's called there.
Which one?
Well, we say, I'm saying that twat, Gordon Brown.
Oh,
Well, right, you
Sally
say he's a
Sally Lord.
multi-millionaire.
Yeah.
When he's old as gold at bottom price.
I just.
You couldn't mess it up, could you?
I mean, the thing
And he
is,
ends up with a multi-millionaire.
well, the thing is as well. You see, I don't think I
I
don't.
might get banned for this.
Well, people in Canada, they're not in politics for nothing. I've mentioned this before on the video.
It's a money-making
You can
game.
you can
Canada.
sort of see how it's potentially one can be open to potentially doing things that you shouldn't actually do, especially with what you would call privy information. It's quite easy to draw that conclusion. Do you know what I mean? Especially when you got like an ex-prime minister who worked for Goldman Sachs. It's not hard to believe that. Hold on a minute, he's got privy information here. He probably did did have that information as well when he was chancellor.
Yeah.
And the thing is, what could a person do with that information? I'm not accusing him. I'm just saying that basically you could sort of
What
see
could
how
you
you
do?
can speculate on the market with information given and make an absolute fortune.
Exactly.
I mean, that's an hypothetical. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not saying that anybody's actually done it. I'm just saying that the opportunity's there.
It's great, isn't it? It didn't kill anybody, did it?
I'm not accusing anybody.
No, you say they
I'm-
did it.
I'm not accusing anybody.
Well, let's all think about it.
I'm just saying, if you're an investment banking background,
Yeah.
it's you know what I mean. That's it. What can I say?
What can you say?
What can I say?
Oh,
You know what I mean?
yeah. Yeah. Enjoyed that conversation.
Yeah.
And then it's got that off your chest. I don't know if you've gone
I'll go out.
as far as you want to go in it. It's coming up to 19 minutes. And not to bore the
You don't
audience.
want to bore
I just
people.
want to.
It's just.
I just want to have the last section.
Yeah.
about a sport with both of them, boxing.
Yeah.
And then we've got Anthony Joshua
Yeah.
and Jabbar. Week on Saturday, 27th. Go on, man. I'm going I ain't got a club. It's a tough one.
Yeah, it is a tough one. Yeah.
It's one tough one. But I'm going to go Joshua experience only. I might be wrong. I might be completely wrong because you got this young bull who's done Miller and Ermovich lately. I know Joshua was at 4, but they've been against nobody. Oh, now, how do you see that going?
Exactly the same as yourself. It's an hard one because, I mean, you'd think, well, it's an hard one for the same reasons what you've just said. I mean, Joshua, because obviously he's got the experience.
He's got the experience.
Yeah, he's got the experience, but I mean, Jabbar's got experience as well. But
Well, he has. He's got a good, hell of a CV.
You know what I mean? And he's fought Usyk just like Joshua has.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He's fought Joyce, which is a good heavy puncher, just like what Joshua is. It's an hard one.
Hardcore,
It is hardcore. I mean, the thing is, as well, you see, he's a young lad that Jabbar.
He is a young lad, 26.
You know, he's not even, he's nowhere near his peak yet. So, has he hit the curve? Is he beginning to hit the curve?
No.
You know what I mean? As Joshua's like peaked the curve. If you know, do you know what I mean? They're on different points at curve.
Wow.
It's an hard one. It's an hard one, yeah.
You can see why everybody's split with it.
Yeah,
It's so tough to call.
It is an hard one.
And then we've got October the 12th
Yeah.
at 10. You know, I always pronounce his name wrong, but I'll try it.
Yeah.
Better Beer.
Yeah, better be. I think.
Better Beer and Bivol.
Yes.
I can't wait for that.
Yeah, well,
Like
that's,
heavily. Undisputed.
yeah,
So we've got a defensive boxer,
yeah,
Bivol, with what I can only describe as a fighter. Better Beer, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Wow.
It's an hard
That
one.
is, again, why aren't they hard now? I know they're paying big money, these Saudis, to make these fights, otherwise they wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
And thank God they are paying that money, because we can actually see them happening. Now that's a tough one as well.
It is, yeah, I see that going distance, and the thing is, when it goes to the distance, you know it's going to go on points then. Because, I mean, I can't remember the saying, a movable force meets the summit object, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And it's
irresistible object.
yeah, and it's a classic case, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a classic case, the Beterbiev and Bivol, isn't it? That's
Can you call it?
No, that's what I'm saying with that saying. That saying suits that fight.
Yeah.
Because that's what you've got. You've got two extremes, haven't you?
Yeah.
Fantastic defence fighter, boxer, this and the other.
Yeah.
And on the other side, you've just got a
Brute force fighter.
That's what I'm saying. So the two objects sort of meet.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I'm really looking forward to them, aren't you?
Yeah.
I'm fascinated by them. Like Jabbar, Joshua,
The thing is, you see, is what you see.
Bivol,
If it goes the distance on that Bivol and Beterbiev, which I'm expecting it to do,
yeah.
the thing is what you see. If it's worked out on contact and points and that, I don't know how's that called, because you'd expect him to be throwing blows all the time.
Yeah,
Beterbiev, but the thing is as well, I'm presuming certain blows won't count.
Yeah.
So, and then obviously he's a good combination puncher as well, like you said. He comes out and does that on fast combinations. So
Yeah, Bivol.
it's a tricky one, isn't it?
Depends.
Yeah, it's a
And they
tricky one.
come out with combinations.
Yeah.
So, yeah. In fact, I'm undecided. I'm going to go. No, I'm decided. I'm going to go Beterbiev, Bivol.
Yeah.
Right. It's probably the best fight
Yeah.
of them all. Yes, interested in AJ and Jabbar. Really interested.
Oh well, because
Right. But this one, I think it should intrigue everybody. better here than Bivol.
Yeah, because the thing is as well, you see, like heavyweights and that, it's one of them divisions. It's not. It's always been
It's not
looked over.
popular, is it?
No, it's not like middleweights or
No.
heavyweights.
Heavyweights,
You know,
no.
I mean, cruiserweights get a bit of a shine.
Yeah, they got a bit.
You know what I mean? But I mean, to be honest with you, you've got two really good fighters, haven't you?
Yeah. Top,
You know what I mean?
top.
And if they were scaled up either way, or scaled up, or scaled down, both of them would probably be pound for pound best fighters in the world.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's that's how I see it. Well, Bivol fought that Canelo, who was considered pound for pound at the time.
Yeah.
He just made him look like an amateur.
Well, he schooled him.
Do you know what I mean? He did make him look
He
like an
schooled
amateur.
him.
Didn't he?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So
Canelo never got off at ropes.
yeah, I mean, so I mean,
Yeah.
there you go.
He schooled him.
Yeah, it's just a shame that
I said to you at the time, there's no rematch here. He don't want none of that.
no,
He got proper school.
you know, from a
Canelo.
from a novice point of view, it's to me
People don't
it's really good fight.
Say enough. He got schooled.
Yeah, I mean, from a novice point of view, because I'm a novice. I mean,
I'm way behind you.
yeah. So, but you know, from that point of view, that's you got the probably two best fighters in a single division.
Yeah.
that there is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're both exceptional.
Wow.
And you know, I mean, if you
I can't wait for
well,
that.
if you scaled them up into heavyweight terms,
Wow.
I think both of them would probably. I'm not being funny against Usyk because he's a good fighter, but I think they both give Usyk a good run, especially Bivol on his skill and that. And Usyk's supposed to be an exceptionally skilled fighter. I think if you scale Bivol up to Usyk's size, you know, from his boxing skill and ability, I think he'd give Usyk a good run for his boxing skill and ability. Do you know what I mean?
I'll tell you what.
Do you know what
I
I
know
mean?
better
That?
beer
Yeah,
fought Usyk
Yeah.
in amateurs,
yeah,
and Usyk beat him. Like
yeah. But that's just
that was
amateur.
just amateurs, you
You know
know.
what I mean?
But like I say, scale them up.
Scale them up.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Body weight and everything else. Wow.
With the same pace and that.
Wow.
Same pace he has in light division.
Yeah.
You know, would he?
Age 27, you know.
You know what I mean? Would he be able to? Would he be
We'll
able to do
wrap
that?
this up. Right, now I'm going to tough it off. I'm going to try and load it tonight.
Yeah.
Well, I've got computer troubles, which I've told you. So John's coming tomorrow. So if I don't load it up, and it don't load up by tomorrow, well, whenever I can fix it. Does that make sense? So, as always, right, it's getting on. What? Last words.
What can I say? Just, you know, enjoy your week.
Good. Have a good time.
Yeah.
Relax.